Why are the Syrian rebels not pro-Palestine? The Syrian resistance has always been one with their Palestinian brothers and sisters, and they believe that their goal is similar to the Palestinians in a way that they are removing the oppressive regime from above them. From the start of the Syrian revolution, groups like Ahrar al-Sham and others have been very instrumental players in making the bond between them and the Palestinians. Ahrar al-Sham itself was known as the sister group to Palestinian resistance group Hamas inside Syria, both believing in the same ideology, both working to govern their areas, and both winning the hearts and minds of the people that they were fighting for. Not only that, the rebels have always held the people of Palestine in high status, showing their solidarity time and time again. I remember going to many pro-Palestinian demonstrations inside Syria, including the famous one outside the Idlib University, where I met many Palestinians that were inside Syria that were helping the resistance, and others that had moved there during the early days when their grandfathers were kicked out of their homes. But what is the Palestinian resistance stance on the Syrian rebels? The Palestinian resistance has also shown their solidarity time and time again to the Syrian resistance and rebels. There are many pictures of the Palestinian resistance holding the Free Syrian flag, the revolution flag. And not only that, one of the high-ranking commanders of the Palestinian resistance recently said that anybody that attacks those who are fighting in Syria against Bashar al-Assad, those who are fighting in Aleppo and Hama, are anti-Palestine. So then why are there people claiming that the Syrian rebels are not pro-Palestine? You see, most of the comments are asking why the Syrian rebels haven't gone to the Golan Heights and attacked the Israelis that are colonizing that area. Now the answer to that question is very, very simple. The Golan Heights is in an area that is closest to the areas controlled by Bashar al-Assad. And the interesting thing is, those who point fingers at the resistance saying why do they not attack the Israelis when the Israelis are attacking Syria, don't point the same finger at Bashar al-Assad and say why is he not attacking the Israelis, or rather retaliating when the Israelis are attacking him. And the other reason why people are confused, as I mentioned before, is because Iran is allied to Bashar al-Assad, using their militias known as Hezbollah, who also fight against the Israelis but have fought since 2013 inside Syria against the Syrian people. This is way before the ceasefire between them and Israel. This is way before October 7th. This is way before anything that's happened now. This has been going on for approximately 11 years. They fought against the people of Syria with troops on the ground. They didn't just finance Bashar al-Assad, but they were there themselves. And you can see the clips of their checkpoints and their frontline offenses against the Syrian people. And last but not least, one that I didn't want to mention in this video but needs a response because it's so illogical, are those who are using the Israeli propaganda and Israeli media outlets to prove that Israel helped the rebels of Syria in some capacity. This article has no evidence of who the rebels that they helped are, what group it was, nothing of the sort, but yet this is being plastered everywhere. But my question to those people is, are you taking what Israel says, the same Israel that said the Palestinian resistance beheaded 40 babies and put others in the oven and all of these crazy stories that came out to be lies, as evidence? And if that's the case, then how come you're not referring back to the articles of the IOF and Israel itself telling the people that they want Bashar al-Assad in power and they would rather Bashar al-Assad than the rebels, because the rebels is going to be a big problem for them? So I hope you now understand that the Palestinian resistance and the Syrian resistance are one, and they are trying to achieve the same goal. And to those who will claim that this is all history and the Syrian resistance has taken areas right now, the rebel forces have taken areas and haven't done nothing to show their support for Palestine, well, here is the castle of Aleppo that was taken 2 days ago with the Syrian and Palestinian flag.